Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. Let's jump in the queue and ruin this lovely rating that we have. Trump Ball versus Bonsai playing, of course, a fast time control. Ooh, Thunderhead that is definitely dying this turn. It's always, like, exciting. No, I guess you can't kill the Shredder to exploit. I don't often get to see a Thunderhead who dies immediately and still seems good. But I think this one probably is. My understanding is that Thunderhead is... Obviously it's much better if it lives for 3 turns while absorbing for 10 every turn, but that's sort of hard to do, right? So there's a trade-off. If you build it super early, it stays alive longer, but it does less. If you build it late enough, then you can actually still get absorbed while your opponent is clicking it down, as here, right? It looks like an exploit, but the opponent is just holding back a Shredder that could be being clicked, so it's not really doing anything. Or a splitter, I mean. So that Thunderhead like got 11 actual soak and 4 damage for this amount of money, which is like pretty good, I think, assuming the green is free, which it sort of isn't, but I don't know. Damage is interesting. I don't know who's winning. The Trump Ball clearly went for a much longer term plan, and these Tarsiers are now coming to fruition, and it's going to be a question of whether like you can live long enough for that to be good, for that to be worthwhile, I should say. There is a ton of soak. Everything in this set is soak, right? Except for the Gauss Fab. The Trump Ball has exhausted most of it trying to stabilize this high economy approach. Right, I assume the players are both... No, they have plenty of walls. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Over defending like crazy because these produce extra soak, right? If you just let them live for a while. So... yeah, I wonder if some of these Tarsiers should have been Rhinos also. Like, I think these Rhinos are a little bit late, but I'm not sure. I guess he just finished the Tarsiers and then started on the Rhinos, of course. It's the Trump Wall, you have 27 drones. Why would you not buy all the Tarsiers? Very fun. Yeah, I think he's got this, the Trump Wall. I mean, we're out of Enervies too, but... Huh, well, let me grab the replay code here and I'll just include this in the description. So you guys can analyze it if you want. Rez versus Elliot. A lot of pixies. Yeah, we're doing Thermite core business and using Tantalum Ray to make sure we come up to an even number every turn. Certainly that's a nice convenient synergy between Tantalum and Thermite, is you can adjust your damage upward or downward as necessary if it's hard to fit in the right number of attackers. Huh. Ah, I see. We unclicked this. I was like, where did the money for the drones come from? There was no noise from unclicking the kinetic driver. Yeah. Elliot looks ahead here to me. He's about to actually blow all the pixies. And make some more with this, presumably. And all he has to do to survive is build a wall. Yeah. He has more attack, more drones, more wall supply. We're not going to bother putting this one in the description. Oh no, am I going to get matched with Elliot? That's fun, but I always lose. Oh, we got Rez. Great, the guy Elliot beat. What luck? Maybe, I don't know. So green looks great and red doesn't, right? Can you go for a third engineer here? There's not really enough. I don't see justification for that. The other question is, like, can you go breach proof? These three here are sort of like, yeah, they're breach proof-ish. They love having a lot of green and a lot of money. But the fission turret doesn't argue for that. And additionally, there's not much to do with your drones. So you'd basically have to be force fielding all of them, which is going to make the whole cluster bolt thing a lot worse. So I think it's just going to be... Well, I would like, I think, to get a Blast Forge. Yeah, because we're not going to go breach proof. I don't think fission and cluster is enough. You could cut a drone here and build a conduit if you wanted. It might actually be a good idea. Right, like how many drones do you actually want here? Like 12? Probably 9 is not enough, huh? But it would be so nice to get some fissions out early. I don't know, I think I'll get the drone. And then next turn... Do I build DBC? I don't think so. So this question is, should this be a drone or a Blast Forge? We're at 11 drones. I can wall fission if I want, or splitter fission if they don't build an attacker. The thing is, if I stop droning now, I won't be able to build more conduits, and then I won't be able to get anything good. No, I mean, I don't know, there's fission turrets, right? I don't need a lot of conduits. I think I'll try this. Yeah, I can build like SD something here. I don't really want to build a fission here. They're incentivized to build a wall, and fission just makes that stronger. Yeah, I think just the drone's fine. Okay, well, this sort of got them to let me take an engineer away, which is interesting. I can squeeze in an extra conduit now if I want, and just build a single fission, like wall fission conduit. Or I could build wall fission fission to get over the wall absorb barrier immediately. Not sure. Alright, this seems a little more reasonable. They'll use the tantalums to get over the absorb barrier. Now I can just build a splitter. And I could build a tantalum here. But I think a fission is better. I just don't know what to do with my last $4. Is it another fission, another conduit, or maybe even a drone? I think I have enough drones. I just want to build attackers. I think I'll get another fission. I don't want to worry about, like, getting extra green. If I have enough money that I can buy, that I can't spend my tech, then I can just buy the conduit then. But I would like to live in the world where the Fissions, like, take care of my economy for themselves. I guess they're not going to, though, are they? I could cut this Fission and argue that, like, 5 attack is not a great amount to attack for. Compared to, like, doing something else and getting a conduit or something, but I don't think that that's correct. Well, my opponent will have no granularity, right? If I attack for just 5, they'll build a wall. If I attack for 4, they kind of have to force field, which is fine with me. So I think I'll do this instead. Oh, I even have a splitter hold here if I want it. So I don't have to build a wall. I could, like, well, they're attacking for what? 6, right? 3, 6, yeah. So I can get one more splitter here, although I think that might be a bit greedy. I mean, what else am I going to do, though? Build a wall? I'm defended already with this splitter, so... I just want to stay granular. They have this Tantalum Ray that is going to be like a bit difficult to deal with. Yeah. This splitter, these 2 splitters are killing a drone. If I hold one, they don't lose the drone. But holding a second exploits, but doesn't actually do anything. I'd love to kill a drone, but I sort of made myself a bit... By buying this extra splitter instead of a wall, I did make myself like kind of have to hold splitters forever. So maybe what I just bought was a $6 wall. I don't know. At least their Tantalum's done clicking. Alright, this ensures we can harvest the Fission, which is really... No, it doesn't. This does. Right? This is what I want. I feel like I got too many splitters. my opponent got good attackers instead. Now, what shall I do with this tempo? I think Cluster Bolt is honestly the best plan. No, I don't want a drone, I want another NG. So maybe I do want a drone? There's no Fissions to harvest next turn. this is silly. Just get an NG to be a little bit more, like, safe. Whoa. That's gonna be tough. I think it might be worth clicking this. I don't know. It's probably not, right? Now we can harvest next turn and make some more clusters. I think the opponent is winning here. They have a better Fission train. And are able to keep building attackers while I am not. Yeah, shouldn't you just cluster yourself here? Yeah. This leaves me 2 NGs if they attack with everything, which I think they can do. So I could consider another force field here instead of this NG. But then I'm vulnerable to an exploit, aren't I? If I do this, I get to keep 3 NGs alive, but if they hold back the splitter, then I like don't absorb properly. This is terrible. Yeah. I think I'm about to lose here. Shouldn't you just build a wall? I don't have enough of anything. This lets them keep the 3 engineers they needed. I guess this stops it. I don't know. But they have more green, they have more drones, they have more attackers? Yeah. Well, I can hold a splitter here basically for free. Since they don't really want to absorb with 2 NGs onto wall. So I guess I'll just throw in another splitter and see how that goes. I mean, yeah, no, they really are way ahead. Wall supplies? They are out. But I just can't cope anymore. Right, like, I mean, I guess I can do this. But clearly losing, right? Ouch. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, went too low econ here, I think, is pretty clear. This being the how do I... Yeah, it's very nice. I'm sure I'm happy to talk to you, but No, I'm on camera, thanks. This is sort of the culprit turn where I like committed to building not enough econ. Yeah, I got a 12th drone, but... And this turn where I didn't build a Fission, I don't know. Like... I could arguably have, like, on this turn, harvested a Fission early if I had thought that was a good idea. Maybe then I could keep the cluster bolts coming. Make it hard for my opponent to harvest. That's an idea. What if I wanted to harvest here? I'd have to make an adjustment the previous turn, of course. But I'm already doing a lot to defend. Wait, why couldn't I harvest early? Oh wait, this is the turn I want to harvest, not... Here we go. This is the turn where if I wanted to, I could force field to preserve some engineers to let me harvest a Fission next turn. It's a thought. A cluster bolt early would have been pretty cool. I don't think it would do anything, like do enough. But let's say I do that, right? I think they must have done this. And wall, force field, Genjis? I don't know. Something like this. Now I can't harvest Fissions next turn. I guess I'm holding the splitter back then. Which means I don't need the wall. I could do something else. I do need the wall. But I don't need the force field. This is enough. Okay, so I harvested the Fission early, but I didn't actually do anything with the green. I'm saving it all for next turn. Threaten 7s. They keep both NGs alive already. They just need one of these. Can do this. Yikes. Yeah, I guess they wouldn't. They do this, so the splitter hold is sort of free. But they're still harvesting the Fission. They can almost cluster bolt, but I don't think they want to because they want to keep NGs for next turn, right? Maybe just this and like float the green for a little while? I don't know. And then I get to this turn where like I don't really want to harvest a Fission and I don't really want to cluster, so I can't really spend anything. Maybe this, but now I'm not harvesting next turn. Solve the problem, harvest early and cluster. I don't know. I think they're just still well ahead here. One more of these. Doesn't quite let them like actually, I guess they can then cluster once and still be keeping enough NGs alive. They just have more stuff. Alright, so... Go back to, like, this turn, which was not correct. I ended up building too many splitters with this plan, I guess was the problem. Would have been better to get more green. I had my blue too soon when I didn't really want walls, and I sort of had to spend it on splitters, and that just wasn't very good. And then there was a sort of cheeky turn when I first held back a splitter to, like, give me some defensive tempo. Fine, but it basically just meant buying a splitter instead of a wall, and then holding back splitter forever. So this is actually just, like, a $6 wall. Maybe I shouldn't have been so focused on spending my tech. Or want exploiting. Maybe I should have just clicked this and built a wall. Or, I don't know. Clicking it obviously does nothing, but I could just build a wall instead of this splitter and see that if I do this, I'll be defending on splitter for the rest of the game. But it's sort of a wall that threatens one. It's not nothing. The opponent had to worry a little that I might click it someday. So I'm still not really sure. I guess just DDC here? Ugh. I don't know. It feels bad to be like behind in green production, but maybe I shouldn't worry so much about that and should just like, I'm not really at the number of drones that I want yet. Although I thought like 12 was okay, you know, Fission, wall, NG is like okay, just not enough I guess. Okay, well, I'm not sure exactly what lessons to take from this game. I got too little econ this game, but I don't understand what pointed to that. Okay, well, I guess that'll do for this episode, and I'll go see what that guy wanted. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.